Akame got killed, episode 23, Kill the Emperor. Now, I've said this before that I wasn't 100% sure Tatsumi would be safe because it is called Akame got killed. I wasn't sure that Tatsumi would exactly make it. He's not, he's shown as the main character, but he's not titled as the main character. So, I don't know. I kind of always thought that it was a definite possibility because of the title. And I was proven right in this episode, unfortunately. But it was a fun episode. It was basically 100% action, pretty much. But it was definitely a good episode. We had some very interesting moments with characters switching allegiances. Basically, two of the characters from the Jaegers were like, "This is we have the angel guy who's like, this is my plan from the very beginning, was to kind of work from the inside." And then once things get crazy, he's like, "Oh, well, I'm taking off. I want to actually help people." So he takes off, and he and Leone actually start helping people, which I thought was pretty cool. Wave is still at Kerme's grave, or at least he's close to it, and he sees all these massive explosions, and is like, "This is wrong." And now, fortunately, I was right. He did end up turning, which, like I said, I was kind of hoping no one else would die, but I figured someone would. And he ends up joining Tatsumi, and they kind of team up together for a little bit. Like, I think in the end, it was still Tatsumi that pretty much fought most of the time, and he finds, um, the weakness and everything, and he mutates in Curcio, which I thought was very awesome because he has like wings, and he's got like Wolverine claws and stuff like that. And he was just like gold. And I was like, that's really cool. And I actually thought he would survive because it was a mutation and it wasn't just his normal form. And then when he was doing the punch and like it breaks still, I was like, oh, he's definitely not gonna make it. And then he has to protect everyone, and he's bleeding and stuff as he's trying to basically use what's pretty much like a jet boost to stop this giant, like insanely giant Imperial arms from crushing people. And I'm like, he's not gonna make it from that. I thought they were gonna show it, and he was gonna be like half a person, because I thought it was gonna be like he just like dug himself into the ground and just like got obliterated up to the middle of his body or something. But either way, he did end up dying, which is unfortunate. It's very sad, but he goes through. We see everyone that he's lost so far. Well, we don't see his friends from the beginning, which I thought was interesting. We see Night Raid, but we don't see like his childhood friends who he found in the first episode, like you know, with I forgot what his friend, they gave him like cholera or something crazy like that, and then the girl, she had like her leg chopped off and was all cut up and stuff. Don't unless I missed it, I could have easily missed it. That's definitely possible, but I'm pretty sure it started off. I can't even think of her name right now, but it started off with like the first person from Night Raid that died, and I'm like, I feel like his friend should have been in there somewhere, but whatever. So it is very unfortunate that he ends up dying, and so now we're down to three members. So we have Najinda, of course, Akame and Leone, and we have Wave as well as the Angel guy. I can't remember his name because I don't really care about him. But we have the five of them going up against basically just the Minister at this point, because the Emperor, they don't technically show that he died, but it was clear that as soon as he started, it's like this young child who isn't ready to kind of use this type of power. And it seemed like as soon as they showed it, I was like, is this like in his brain or something? Because it looks like stems and stuff. So it was clear from the very beginning that it was going to be affecting him. And I think the second scene that they showed him on the inside, he was already sweating and stuff. So I was like, this is definitely affecting him physically. And it clearly showed at the end. It was like, did we lose? And he was basically passing out, but it didn't really say, whether or not he was dying. So we'll have to wait and see in the next episode, which is going to be the final episode. It's episode 23, so it's going to be the last one. And I don't know what's going to happen, because we still have Death, and she sees that Tatsumi is dead at the end of this episode, and I don't know what to think now, because I'm like, is she still going to fight against them, or is she going to switch because the Minister being corrupt is what led to Tatsumi dying? And ultimately, based on the show at least, that's the only thing she ever really cared about, like doing all this stuff for the minister was just kind of like, whatever. I'm told to do it. I don't really care. But that's what I'm told to do, so that's what I do. I choose to do that. But with Tatsumi, that was someone she really, cared about, and it just makes me wonder if that's gonna be enough to make her switch and actually join Night Raid for a little bit, or if she's gonna totally get mad at them and blame them as the reason that Tatsumi ended up dying. So it could go either way, because it definitely happens all the time. It's like either people choose to blame the wrong person, or they'll actually, switch at kind of like the last minute, and they'll actually go after, the actual bad guy, because now it kind of affects them personally. So I'm curious how it's going to play out for sure, if we're going to have to see Death go against somebody else. But I feel like they might have to do that, because if they're just going to kill the minister, it's just a fat dude. He has an Imperial Arms. Well, at first I thought he had one, and I figured as soon as that little shield came up that it was his crown. But he said that it was because it was the Imperial Arms, the one that the Emperor used. That's why he was protected. I guess he was just within range. But I'm assuming he has an Imperial Arms, and it probably is that little helmet, little spike helmet thing. So we'll probably see him put up a good fight in the next episode, I'm sure. Even against everyone, somehow he'll have like the most powerful, Imperial Arms, despite the fact that they fought like basically a giant effing Gundam in this episode. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see how that's going to work out, because either Esdeath is still going to just kill all of them, because it's kind of what she was told to do, and then maybe she'll do that just because she wants to, and then she'll go kill try to kill the minister herself. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing it, though. It's sad to see that the show's coming to an end. Of course, my next review is going to be at 60 frames per second, because it's going to be the finale. There's going to have to be some weird stuff going on with that as well. I'm going to have to edit it, because I can no longer transfer files in the other format, and that's the only way I can do 60 frames per second, because MP4, for whatever reason, doesn't actually do 60 frames per second, unfortunately. So there are going to be some weird things in that. I might actually add some stuff to it, since I have to edit it to upload it. But I'm looking forward to this final episode. Of course, definitely want to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts, and of course, I have to ask, man, it's been like, what, 3 episodes in a row? 4 episodes? Where we've lost somebody. I guess 3 episodes in a row. The last one was... No. No, it wasn't in a row. The last one, technically, we didn't lose anybody. So, I guess that was okay. But, not counting the 1 episode in between, we've lost 3 characters in a row. Technically 4, because we did lose Susanoo. He didn't show up again, and he could still show up, but I don't know. I feel like it would be something. It would be a good twist, and that would be how the minister survives for so long. If Susanoo was turned evil, it would make perfect sense. So we might actually see him in the finale, and it's like, oh, he didn't die. They did corrupt him, though, or they destroyed him and they rebuilt him, and he had to follow them for, whatever reason. So we might actually see him in this next episode. And I don't know, I think that would be a good way to do it, because there was never confirmation, and that's one of those things, whether it's live action or anime, for me, is like, I don't know, unless I see in the body, or, I see a giant wide shot because they're stuck on a ship and it explodes, I can't believe anybody's dead. So I feel like we're going to see him. We might see him, we might not. I could easily be wrong and he's just dead, and they didn't, the one time they just don't show it. But I feel like that's the perfect excuse. And depending on what Esdeath decides to do, there won't be anyone to help protect the minister. There might be some more guards, but that's not a fight. So it would have to be Susanoo, or the minister would have to have a crazy Imperial Arms that we don't know about, or Esdeath would still have to decide, despite Tatsumi having been killed because of everything the minister set in motion, she'll still, follow his orders and try to take out Night Raid. So we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, what you're expecting to see in the finale, of course, what you thought about Tatsumi dying, and whether or not it surprised you, because he was like the main character. The way they do this, actually, It's kind of funny. It's almost the opposite of Soul Eater, and I've thought that for a while now. So it's called Akame ga Kill, but Tatsumi has always been pronounced as like the main character. And in Soul Eater, Soul Evans is, the main character, and they call him Soul Eater. And so he's like the title character, but that show never seems to focus only on him. He has certain episodes, and it's like him and Maka as a team seem to have, the most importance, but it focuses on so many other characters. It's like, I feel like this could have been called anything, and it would have worked perfectly, because they don't have such a set focus, and it's almost the opposite of that, where it's like Akame has the title, but she gets, the focus is set on one person, and so I just find that interesting. But I'm looking forward to this finale. Like I said, though, want to know what you guys think, so please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.